In the ring, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is a force of nature, lightning fast, ruthless, and undefeated. But beyond the spotlight, his world is unraveling. With new assault allegations, a restraining order, and his multi-million-dollar fight with Jake Paul now in jeopardy, the boxer known for breaking records may have just dealt the hardest blow to his own career. For years, Gervonta Davis has been the face of boxing's new generation. Fast hands, fierce confidence, and a fire that made him both unstoppable and unpredictable. Undefeated in the ring, untouchable in reputation, and unfiltered in personality, he was the fighter fans couldn't look away from. But fame has its own kind of weight. And for Davis, that weight is beginning to crush more than just opponents. Just weeks before his much-hyped clash with Jake Paul, Davis is back in the headlines, not for his punches, but for police reports. Court documents obtained by USA Today Sports reveal a disturbing accusation. A woman has filed for protection, alleging that the champion assaulted her, and a judge has already granted a temporary restraining order. The woman, identified as a VIP waitress at Miami's Tootsie's Cabaret, says her romance with Davis started like something out of a music video: private jets, expensive gifts, and promises of forever. For 5 months, she says, it was excitement and luxury. But behind the glitter, she claims, was control, rage, and fear. It began, she says, one August night when Davis appeared at her workplace unannounced. He had been drinking. When her shift ended, he allegedly grabbed her by the neck in front of his own bodyguard. The guard, she said, just stood there. She left shaken, telling a coworker she didn't feel safe going back. That was only the start. According to the court filings, there were 2 more encounters, both darker. The first at Davis's home, where she says he blocked her from leaving, allegedly holding a knife while threatening to slash her tires if she tried to go. "You're not going anywhere," she says, he told her. The second incident happened in public, where she accuses him of choking her again, while the Miami Gardens Police Department has confirmed that the case remains under investigation, this time in front of witnesses. His bodyguard, once silent, finally intervened. The woman says she's terrified. In her petition, she wrote that she believes Davis could harm her again. The judge agreed there was reasonable cause for fear, granting a restraining order that forces Davis to stay 500 feet from her workplace and 100 feet from her car. Mitigation. And with the Jake Paul fight only days away, the timing couldn't be worse. The bout was supposed to be a spectacle. November 14th in Miami, a pay-per-view event promising record-breaking numbers. Jake Paul bragged publicly about a $50 million payday dollars, and Davis was expected to earn millions himself. Now, uncertainty hangs over everything. A courtroom, not a boxing ring, might decide whether the fight happens at all. For longtime followers of Davis, this isn't an isolated storm. It's part of a pattern. His history outside the ring reads like a highlight reel of chaos. In 2017, he was charged with aggravated assault after punching a man, though the case was later dismissed. In 2018, he was arrested in Washington, D.C., following a street altercation that ended with a disorderly conduct charge. 2 years later, he made headlines when footage emerged showing him grabbing the mother of his child by the neck at a charity basketball game. Again, the charges were dropped. In 2022, a woman accused him of battery after an argument turned physical. She later retracted her statement. Then, in 2023, Davis actually served 44 days behind bars for violating probation in a hit-and-run case. And as recently as July, he was arrested again after another alleged altercation with an ex-girlfriend in South Florida. So when this new case surfaced, the reaction was split. Some fans called it a setup, saying opportunists were trying to derail his biggest payday. Others said this was a familiar story, another round of violence, another woman, and another excuse. The lawsuit, filed in Miami-Dade County, accuses Davis of aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The woman seeks over $100,000 in damages. The filing includes text messages where Davis allegedly threatened her life. In one message, she claims he wrote, "Stop playing with me. I will kill you." If proven, those words alone could destroy his career faster than any punch ever could. Behind closed doors, Jake Paul's team has reportedly gone silent, weighing their options. Sponsors are nervous, ticket sales have slowed, networks are quietly considering postponement. The fight that was meant to define both men's legacies might now become a footnote in Davis's downfall. What's striking is how quickly things changed. Just last month, Davis was seen courtside at an NBA game, laughing, taking selfies, and flashing jewelry worth more than most cars. The crowd cheered. Cameras loved him. Days later, the same cameras were focused on his mugshot. People close to him described two versions of Gervonta Davis, the disciplined fighter and the impulsive man. The first built a career from Baltimore's roughest neighborhoods, fighting his way out of poverty. The second can't seem to leave that street mentality behind. His story was supposed to be one of redemption. Now, it's turning into a warning. Critics have long said his toughest opponent isn't any boxer, it's himself. And this time, he may be losing. The restraining order was issued on October 30th, with a hearing for a permanent injunction scheduled for November 12th, just 2 days before fight night. That hearing could determine if Davis even steps into the ring. For fans, it's déjà vu, another controversy, another apology, another promise to do better. But Davis's perfect boxing record, 30 wins, no losses, and 1 draw, is being shadowed by a personal record that keeps getting worse. His supporters insist he's being targeted, that the timing of the accusation feels too convenient. But the claims in the court documents, choking, threats, and a weapon, are too severe to ignore. Whether the stories are true or not, the court has already ruled that the woman deserves protection, and that alone changes everything. So far, Davis has stayed silent. His team has refused interviews, but insiders say he's furious, not just over the allegations, but over the millions he stands to lose. The Jake Paul match was his chance to silence critics who dismissed YouTubers turned boxers as jokes. Instead, he's defending his image in court, not the title in the ring. Behind the flashy cars and bravado, the situation is grim. The woman's lawyers are pushing hard for a permanent restraining order, while Miami Gardens police continue collecting evidence. If prosecutors decide to file new criminal charges, Davis could face serious prison time. And for Jake Paul, the chaos is a double-edged sword. It keeps the fight in headlines, but at a cost. Every major network and sponsor hates unpredictability, and right now, Davis is unpredictable personified. What was once billed as the biggest event of the year is teetering on the edge of cancellation. As November 12th draws near, the tension builds. For Davis, the real fight is no longer inside the ropes. It's in a courtroom, against allegations that threaten to end everything he's built. Because boxing thrives on reputation, and reputation can fall faster than a knockout punch. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, once untouchable, is now standing on shaky ground. The question isn't whether he can beat Jake Paul, it's whether he can survive the damage already done. Every champion faces adversity, but for Davis, the blows are coming from every direction: the media, the courtroom, the fans, and his own past. Each story, each video, each leaked text adds another crack to the image he's tried so hard to protect. The truth is, the world has seen this before. Brilliant athletes who can't escape their own tempers, stars who rise too fast and burn out even faster. Davis's story could still turn around, but only if he decides to fight the right battles. For now, he's not in the gym. He's in legal meetings. His team is scrambling to manage the fallout. His promoters are pleading for calm, and fans who once chanted his name are beginning to wonder if the man they admired ever truly existed. It's a fall that feels almost cinematic. the undefeated fighter, brought to his knees not by punches, but by choices. And as the hearing approaches, the whole world is watching to see which version of Gervonta Davis will show up next. Because in the end, the opponent that matters most isn't Jake Paul or anyone in the ring. It's the man in the mirror. And right now, that fight looks like the toughest one Gervonta Davis has ever faced. In the ring, Gervonta Davis built his legacy with power and precision. But outside it, his punches landed in headlines instead of opponents. His story exposes the fragile line between fame and self-destruction, a reminder that strength without control leads to collapse. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you in the next one. Us.